In your online entrepreneurial career as a coach, consultant, service provider, there aren't many things that can top a pay in full payment, especially when it is a 5-figure pay in full payment. Welcome to this video where I'm going to give you an update on my evolution of high ticket selling, which is something that I started less than a year ago. And I wanted to give you a snapshot of how the most recent previous 60 days have gone and give you some perspective on what has worked for our business, for our sales team, talk about things in our product suite that have been going well, other offers that I've incorporated besides high ticket, and how now we are even going higher tickets. If that sounds exciting to you, go ahead and type in high ticket in the comments and let's get to it. All right, now let's just have an open and honest discussion about how things have been going. All right, so if you watched my first video, which was posted, I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I'll leave it up here and also linked down in the description. But that video talked about how my results were of launching my high ticket product like ever in my life. Okay, so since then, there's a moment where we didn't get many sales. Traffic was completely down. And honestly, people just weren't converting. We had Facebook ads running, directing traffic to the opt-in funnel or the high ticket funnel essentially. And we also had very little organic just because my channel, which I've talked about in several videos, is going through a huge niche pivot and it's still optimizing. Traffic is still low. This is just the BTS of how it is, you guys. I mean, you can see the views on my channel are down, so it's no secret that my organic traffic isn't the greatest right now, but that's okay because I'm writing it out because I know one day it'll get back up there again. So anyways, going back to the kind of slump we had for a while, right? For a couple of months. And it was one of those things where it's like, okay, it feels really tough right now, but we have to push through. And here's what we did. And shout out to Mike Allers. I'll leave the link in his channel in the description, but he is our lead sales head YouTube strategist on the sales team. We focused on 2 months straight of sales training, but also spiritual training. So what we did was every single Tuesday, we would get on a call and we'd study our script, right? We talk about the objections we were receiving from people. We would do role play with each other. We would communicate with our appointment setter and see how things were going with him. We would also meet on Thursdays and have great spiritual, here's the thing. I just want to define spiritual and what that means. What that means, in my opinion, is your connection with your higher self, to the divine, how you operate day to day, how you keep your peace, cool, and operate with love every single day. It's an essential part of everything: business, relationships, making money, your children, your peace of mind, your health. And so we dedicated 2 months to doing this, even though sales weren't really dropping like they were, or as great, like they were popping off in the beginning, right? But we had a slump. It's perfectly normal, right? But we just envisioned also how we wanted to have our perfect call, and envisioned those people saying yes and handing over their credit cards and being excited and being the right type of client that we want to work with. And so we did the sales and spiritual training. And I have to say, within the past, the beginning of May when I'm filming this video. So in April, we had a 2.5 week period where we grossed $44,000 in 2.5 weeks from 3 sales. Wait, let me just make sure I got my math right. Hold on. Sorry, 42 in gross sales. And that was, how much was that cash collected? Hold on. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this video. Yeah, so that was 33 grand in cash collected, which was really exciting. We really popped off in the month of April. I still don't have the books from that month, but I know we landed somewhere in the mid 40s, maybe even close to $50,000 for the month of April, which is really exciting. And it is really exciting when that happens, when you get pay in fulls, when you get commitment from clients up front, because you're all in it's that all in energy and commitment level between you as the program provider, the coach, and also them. It's like, let's get down to business. You have full trust in each other, and it's a certain energy. And so when you have this cash up front, it gives you also freedom as the business owner, as like, hey, now I have capital. I can take some, reinvest it back into advertising. My team can eat, right? On the client fulfillment side, the sales team eats. It's just a really great thing all the way around. Again, I go back to, as I do a lot here on this channel, is all about systems. So during that period where we were studying with each other, doing training with the sales and also the spiritual, we were refining our systems, okay? Because this has everything to do with like literally our systems on the back end. So if I break down this funnel and what it looks like, you have the opt-in page, right? Which says like, hey, opt in to learn more, and it collects name, email, and phone number. And then when they get to the next page, that is the video sales letter page. That is where they learn more about the program, our promise, how to book a call, etc. That currently right now is on Kartra. That is our online business tool of choice, but we are currently migrating everything to WordPress. So that is going to change as well. We'll be using cart flows for our funnels from now on. But anyways, so then that goes to Calendly, which is our booking and application software. And Calendly is also integrated via Zapier with Close CRM. So Close CRM it truly is like a CRM. Like you are able to monitor, call, text, create opportunities, and do a whole bunch of things with that tool. So it has capabilities that your normal sales funnel builder and email marketing platform does not have. That's why we have it. And so that is our tech stack, right? And we also, of course, use Asana when we have follow-up items and things to assign ourselves, like, hey, you follow up with, X prospect from a couple months ago. And so these are this is our tool stack in between the team. And then to communicate, we use Slack. So it's a pretty big tool stack, but it works, right? It works. And here's the thing, at my first year in building out, it's a hybrid, right? It's not one thing or the other. It's a coaching offer and it's an agency, right? Because we are the only program right now that has a hybrid coaching and done for you offer. So we expect the client, right? The client to be coachable and do the work, study the material, go through the curriculum, but also we do the hardest parts for them, right? We do the YouTube branding, title development, thumbnails. We offer editing as well, but also the most important thing is, hey, we're hiring your YouTube team, and which is internal to you, which is saving you tens and thousands of dollars down the line to have a team that knows what they're doing, that's trained, that knows how to operate in Asana, that knows how to, truly take over the channel without their involvement, right? Because as YouTubers and creators, we just want to focus on creating epic content. That's it, and hand off the rest. And so where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, me being new. And so there's been so much to build on the back end and a lot of moving parts where I had to figure out on my own. And it was, trial and error. It was fine-tuning our systems, fine-tuning our client experience, which is never something that ends. You're always going to keep refining your client experience, and I'll touch on that in a second. And then the sales team, like I am so grateful, genuinely grateful of the closers right now that I have on my team. That was something like I had no idea how to find a closer. I had no idea like how to even train a closer. Like as I said, Mike has so many years of experience, and he was able to train me on his strategy, which I love way more than how I was originally taught last year. And so it was being involved in refining those systems as well and getting our toolkit and our processes like on point. One of the biggest breakthroughs and epiphanies I had last month was I was not involved in any of the sales. And this was huge for me because as business owners, what do? We want to control, right? When control really is an illusion. Control, when you add control into any building process and creation, it contaminates creation because control is fear-based, right? When you want to like micromanage and when you want to like know every single thing that's going on, that is contaminating the creative process. And so what I really had to surrender and just be like, look, I don't have to be involved and close every single sale like I had in the beginning. Because I thought, I'm like, man, I just thought like in order for us to thrive and scale with these programs, that I have to be the one to explain it, that I have to be the one to get everyone in the door. And it was something where I was scared to let go. And not because I didn't trust them. It was more because I'm like if they don't convert, it's my fault, right? Because there was a long period of time where the closers like weren't converting, and it was really no one's fault. But it just was, right? And so it was really, really freaking exciting for everybody that I wasn't involved. One, because they had easy sales. I mean, they were able to close basically on the first calls, right? These clients are incredible clients, have incredible expertise, and once they came on board, it was cool because then I was positioned as like, hey, you get to go and meet Marissa. So it was even a better experience and cooler thing when I was able to get introduced to them, and they were new coming into their private Slack channel. So it really was kind of like a leveled up thing when the sales team is able to like hand off a new client and be excited about it. There's just a level of new excitement all across the board. And so anyway, I just wanted to say like that was incredible. And not only that, but they collected the first pay in fulls. I was never able to collect a pay in full. Like deep down, I had a block of like asking for a pay in full. It's like, okay, yeah, just go with payment plan. But they were like, you know what, we're going for a pay in full every time. And here's, some notes that I have on pay in fulls, and what that means, right? And it's all around a great thing, because when you receive a pay in full, it means that they're investing more in the client. I mean, they're investing more in themselves. They have more belief, more commitment, right? And for you as the business owner, it's a complete joy because you have all the money up front. And the reason this is important is because you don't have to worry about defaults. You don't have to worry about missed payments and going to chase payments, which is it's a really hard thing when you have to go remind, which our payments are automated, but sometimes it's like if your credit card fails, it's like you have to be like, okay, what's going on? And then you have to pause the services. And then everyone on the team is like, oh, is it paid yet? What's going on? So it interrupts the flow of the bigger vision and what we're trying to accomplish. And then from a business level perspective, like when you have the capital to reinvest back into your team, you can reinvest in getting other people to support the operations of the team, right? You could invest in different talent that you've never had before. You could invest in other talent coming on the team to add a service into the product mix that you didn't have before. And so, I can go on and on about pay in full, but essentially that's the essence. That's the essence of it. And by the way, if you are a YouTube entrepreneur and business owner coach, looking to level up your channel and really systemize things so that your channel grows and your revenue grows, but you're working less, definitely download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint. You can download it up here, where it's all about that. It talks about the 6 steps you need right now today to implement strong systems, team support, so that you can reduce your workload hours by at least 50%. So check that out. So the next thing I wanted to talk about on my list is client satisfaction, because the sales team and the high ticket sales is just one thing in the whole process of sales and making money with your coaching programs and your done for you services. And I say that because your client experience is everything. Like they have to feel that they're being so super supported, that they are making progress in their goals. They have to feel engaged, like you care. I mean, not that you don't care, but you know what I mean? You have to really take care of them and honor that client experience and take feedback objectively, not personally. Don't make assumptions. But when you get feedback, think of it as a good thing, because a lot of feedback is good, but some of it, it's just the more clients you get, the more not bad feedback, but the more, complaints you have. It's just numbers. It's just facts, right? But when you can always improve things to the processes like automation, when you could make the journey easier for your clients, add more done for you resources, add simplicity to the process, this is what's going to drive your revenue up. Because what happens is then they become retention clients. They'll stay on with you beyond your main program. Retention is everything, right? When you build up retention clients, you'll get to, you can get to a point in the business. The whole goal is to like, hey, you have this monthly recurring revenue coming in. Maybe this month we don't even need to advertise. You know what I mean? So it builds that foundational layer of income coming into the business. And the other thing is referrals, right? When you have satisfied clients, they're going to tell the world with a megaphone. And this is another huge thing that happened last month was I've never had referral marketing before. Like somebody referred someone and they joined the program. I've had affiliates. I think that's a little different, but this was like the very first time that referral marketing worked for me, because for the longest time I'm like, man, I would love to have people refer and bring others into the program, but I didn't know how. And so it was really exciting that a couple of these sales were referrals. That was a really, really awesome thing. And so that's another thing, is don't discredit any method, whether it's paid advertising, organic advertising, referral marketing, cold outreach. Here's the secret. Even though I teach YouTube and I love it and I think it's the best, all these things work, right? All of them work. Every single one of them. And I don't want you to lose sight of that. And so try out what works. Don't be afraid 1 month to incorporate a new source of traffic, right? Because to really, really scale a business, I know that, Alex Hormozy talks about it. It's too far to reach, but in his $100 million leads, it's like you can't just rely on one quadrant of generating traffic. You need the organic, you need paid, referrals, affiliates, cold outreach. You really need it all. So not all at once, but keep building onto it, right? All right, I hope this video was incredibly helpful, and I'm super excited that you made it to this point right here. So if you like this video, definitely check out the video that's coming up next. Just click right here and I will see you on that video.